Good morning, good morning. This is Pierre Lier here, your daily motivator, coming live from Quebradillas, Puerto Rico. This Monday morning, just this past Friday, I landed in San Juan, and it's been a fun time so far. And for your information, I'm in the process of moving. Moving where? To Aguadilla, because that's where I'll be residing with my future wife, Jocelyn, who I will marry in about less than 2 weeks, actually. So this is great. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm sure some of you, as friends and family listening to this podcast on a regular basis, are also looking forward to the good news. So with that said, let's embark on episode number 525 today. Today I'm going to talk to you about the second time management tool. Last week we started talking about the first one, and that first one is, of course, leveraging a calendar. I talked to you about day timers, and really shows, dating myself really, because going back to college, I used to use day timers when I had to do business and basically sell computers to my colleagues, because I was running some computer labs in the college at the university. So can you say geek? No, not really. I just had the knowledge, and also I understood something about selling and making a profit. So I was more of a sales guy than a geek, so it's a good thing. So let's go on with 525 today. The second time management tool is what you may know as Trello. So Trello is one of those key management tools. And even as I'm doing this episode here for you, I have a new customer that I'm bringing into Trello this week. Just started with a new customer. They happen to be a church in Brooklyn, New York, great friend of mine who's the pastor, and he decided it's time to expand his reach into his current audience and really bring them closer. So again, if you're interested in any kind of marketing services, I do have an agency, PR marketing agency. You could always check it out at myprmarketing.com. Shameless plug, of course, because we have to absolutely promote what it is that we have. So here it is. This time management tool is one of the easiest, and by the way, it's free. It's one of the free ones. Eventually you get to pay for it, but it's called Trello, Trello. You could go to Trello.com, and about a month or so ago, they got acquired by Atlassian. Atlassian is also another key project management tool, but they do more than project management. So if you're looking for a place where maybe you're trying to set up a small CRM, maybe Trello could be the tool. The good and the bad about every tool, it's important to know the pros and the cons. So the pro of Trello is that it's free. You can set it up very quickly. And of course, you could connect to it. Things like Dropbox and other solutions can interact with it, because you could share documents there, pictures, all kinds of stuff. So if you've got a small project you're working on, Trello can give you what's called as lists, multiple lists, so that you can easily connect people and show them a list of cards for everything you're doing. So imagine with me if you had a list called to do. You could have a to-do list, and what's good about the to-do list is that now you would know this is my to-do list, and this is how I'm gonna track every task that I'm doing. But you could also have another list called doing. And this is one of the templates that they actually have. It makes your life very easy. You could have ideas, to do, doing, and done. And for me, with my clients, I'll also add something like all logins. And the reason is because that helps us to be on the same page, so that what we're managing in terms of assets, whether it is a website, whether it is a podcast, whatever the tools are that we need access to, we have one location where everything is. So it makes life very simple. So one of the key things I want to share with you is that Trello allows you to, of course, connect with multiple folks to track the projects and to really see what's going on. It helps you to organize your thoughts. It helps you to really organize how is it you want to proceed with your priorities. Again, the reason you need time management is to make sure you're prioritizing your time, right? Because every day, let's say you have 12 hours in a work day, you've got to absolutely make the best of it. For me, I look at my days really more like 14 to 16-hour days, because I'll be up early. I'll be up like 4:30 in the morning. And the moment I get up, of course, I'm going. And I'm going to be reading. For me, it's reading my Bible, of course. That's the first thing. It's praying, it's worshiping, and eventually get myself to a place where now I'm truly ready to get the next part of my day going. And it's checking out what is on my lists for that day, and then committing to my top 3 priorities. And this is important because if you don't prioritize your time, you will end up finding that there are things that will go undone. So I'm always with my phone or with my iPad tracking the calendar and really understanding what tasks am I committed to finishing. For example, for me, one of the major tasks that I have to finish this week is my move. My move from one house in Quebraderas to another one, right? Going from an apartment in a condo to actually a house. So that's a big difference. But it's going to take time, and also it's going to take help. It's going to take people. So my kids already started with their move and doing everything they know to do. But for me, it's really making sure we are moving as one. What's the goal? And let's make sure we move the things that are important. So, for example, you don't move the beds until the last day, because otherwise the kids would be in a place where they're like, man, I'm missing my bed. Dad, I don't want to sleep in the sleeping bags, right? So this is an important aspect of project management. You need to know, from that simple example I just gave you, what must come first, right? What are the prerequisites to a specific task? What are the dependencies of a task? So maybe, for example, you're telling me you want to run a marathon. Some dependencies or prerequisites could be, hey, you need to go do a blood test at the doctor. Make sure, you're not going to take on that major goal, because it's really a goal, and not at least set aside 18 weeks of training. How do I know? I've trained for half marathons, and I've also lived in a house where my first wife trained for a marathon. The key here is that you're going to have to put the time in, whether you like it or not. But how much easier is it going to be when you have something specific to help you track it? So again, this week, the focus is, how are you managing your time? And on this Daily Motivator podcast today, on this episode 525, I wanted to talk to you about Trello, because it's one of the tools that sometimes, we talked about pros, some cons could be, it could get complicated, because you could go buck wild adding cards and lists all over the place, when in reality, you've got to simplify. If you want to aim high, you must simplify, because the more complicated things are, the harder it is to get them off the ground. So let's simplify things. Let's understand what are the major tasks that you are working on, and let's go for those, and let's commit, put them on a calendar, put a deadline to things, and let's run. So it's Pierre, your Daily Motivator. I hope this has helped you. And by the way, if you need a great way, I have a great way for you to set up a routine, because a lot of times people are telling me, I don't have a routine. How do I set up a great routine? You could download for free my ebook, The Successful Entrepreneur's Morning Routine, because sometimes people tell me, what is your morning routine? And there I have 6 different things that I followed for years that have helped me. And I find myself doing them over and over, whether it is prayer, reading, writing, all those are part of it. So go to eonthemove.com/ let's see which link that is. Again, it's morning-routine. That's it. Morning-routine, because it's the Successful Entrepreneur's Morning Routine. And once you understand those 6 different ways you could be leveraging a great start of your day, then you'll absolutely get started. So this is Pierre Laguerre again, Daily Motivator. I'll catch you on the next episode. Have a great day.